Hey there, this is Terry Cowley, weekday breakfast presenter on 1FM Shepparton. Thanks for checking out this podcast. It was recorded live as part of The Brekkie Show, which you can catch 6 to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday. Now, it's the time of the week where we have a chat to Danica Hill of the Country News in our Ag Spotlight, because, of course, the Country News has just come out today. It is an insert in a lot of papers around our region, Shepparton News, Riverine Herald and others. Good morning, Danica.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So water is in the news this week.
Yes, we've got two very big water stories. One is about low allocations in New South Wales. We've sort of gone in and compared what Riverina farmers are getting compared to Victoria and even South Australian farmers, and it's just really below what you would think they would be getting at this time of year. Okay. Can you explain a bit of the background to that and why it is so?
Well,
the story is sort of about that we don't really know why it is so. I mean, usually in New South Wales, it works on a all or nothing. That's sort of how New South Wales farmers, that's what they get, whereas in Victoria, we've got a water body that always limits us and looks after and tries to keep enough water for 2 years. So we've got two very different systems. And with New South Wales, because they're on that all or nothing, you think they would be getting the most at this time of year when there's water in the system. Mm-hmm. So, it's a very interesting read, yep.
No doubt it's political, as water always is.
Yes, water is, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and obviously they're very upset about that.
Yep.
I mean, how are they supposed to... I mean, I don't know if they would have foreseen that, but that's going to have a big impact on what they can produce, obviously.
Yep, very true.
And you mentioned there was another water story?
Yes, so...
We're just leafing through the Country News now.
Yes.
As you can hear, sorry.
That's all right. People who also pick up the Weekly Times sort of seen their front page that a man who's involved in sort of water for environment lobbying... people have found out that he owns a significant amount of water. So it's a tricky spot, because when you're lobbying for water for the environment, what you're actually asking is to take water out of farmers,
yes,
their pool, and just put it into environment. So, and if you own a significant amount of water, which this guy apparently does, he is effectively he's trying to increase the value of his water. So it's very conflicting, and a lot of people are very angry about this revelation.
Who is that?
It is he is a member of the Wentworth Group of Concerned Scientists, and his name is Robert Purves. He's a significant shareholder in Duxton Water, which water people would recognise that name, Duxton Water. It's notorious.
Yeah, it's all very easy to say lock up the water if you've got plenty yourself.
Yeah.
Seems a bit hypocritical, doesn't it?
Yes, and the more water you lock up, the higher the price, because the amount of farmers. I mean, really, the only way to lower the price is to a bunch of farmers to walk away.
So he has a vested interest.
Yeah.
In having more water diverted to the environment.
Yeah, and he would probably say he doesn't have a vested interest, but it's not really.
But if he's going to benefit from it.
Yeah.
It's about the perception of that too, isn't it? Not just the actuality. So it's not a good look. Okay, always plenty of news in the water space. What else has been taking up the writer's time on Country News this week, Danica?
Well, we do have the hay feature. So, that's...
What, the hay fever, the hay feature?
Yeah, hay feature. Several big pages in the back. Heaps of shiny tractors and contractors talking about hay and all that good stuff. I mean, if you're sort of...
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, if you're really sad about the Annual Field Day and Hentley Field Day being cancelled, this might just fill that hole in your heart, I suppose.
What, that hay is... Everyone's making hay?
Yes, and we've got front page is a Nanila contractor, Adam Whipp. Bit of a character in his local area. A lot of people might know him. But yeah, he said some very interesting things as well about, people making sure that you are supporting your local contractor, because there is a big trend at the moment of, sort of cowboy contractors, buying machinery, coming into regions they haven't worked in before, door knocking, undercutting prices, and basically doing a terrible job and then just leaving the region and going somewhere else the next year.
Yeah, so none of that money stays in the region.
Yep.
So to Adam saying he travels as far as Deniliquin.
Yep.
Most of his clients are dairy and beef farmers who need to secure a year's worth of feed in a matter of week, and this means the machines keep getting bigger.
Yes.
We know there are lots of blokes and women too out there who like those big machines.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they are impressive. Like, sometimes you go out there and you try and take a picture and it's like you just can't do them justice.
Yeah, you need, I don't know, someone standing beside them for scale or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all about haymaking. It's the time of the year for it, I guess. Okay, what else is happening, Danica?
Well, we have got an obituary. Sometimes we'll have these in. And it is for Ian Bertram, who was the chair of Tatura Milk at some point. So
many people would know him, I'm sure.
Yeah, some people would probably recognise the name. So he died on July 10. I think he was one of those people where the funeral was a bit of will it make it through lockdown?
Yep.
Will it not? I mean, we've had quite a few of those right now. And, so we've got sort of a background on his life, and it's a pretty interesting read. He attended Shepparton Technical School, where he was drum major of the Cadet Corps. Didn't know that about him. But, conscripted to the army at age of 20. You know, sometimes it really does come out in these obituaries what the people, their whole life, people, you sort of get a second look at them.
Absolutely. And he obviously had a farm at Tatura, so it says Ian Bertram at the Gagari recycling business resource resolution, so probably known out Gagari way as well. But as you said, former Tatura Milk chairman. He was the one that had to address the crowd at the time of the takeover of Tatura Milk by Bega Cheese. He was only 70 when he died, so that's sad, isn't it? Missed by many, I am sure. What else, Danica? I see you've got a very handsome Kelpie on the front there.
Yes, yeah, another dog picture on the front. They usually tend to be our best pictures. So this guy is called Dozer, and his best mate is the spotty horse behind him, who is Zach. And they're out in Namurka way. I just learned that we go on the Namurka leader too.
Okay, well, we should
more
mention
papers
that.
For the long list that we go inside.
Yep.
They're out in Namurka, and the owner is a lovely sort of horsewoman that likes to take them up into the Alps.
Jodie Brewer.
Yeah, Jodie. Up into the Alps on, summer and do some trail riding.
Trail riding, nice.
And
beautiful.
he's one of those rare dogs that's just great around horses.
Okay. Is that not the case normally?
Especially with these high energy breeds, because he's a Kelpie.
Yeah.
You can get a bit of like nuisance sort of herding and nipping.
A bit skittish.
Yeah.
I see Danny Ute muster's cancelled again.
Yes.
Another cancellation.
That sort of had to happen.
It's just this rolling out of cancelled, isn't it?
We've got a few sort of small shows that are holding in there. Benella's show just sort of announced they were scaling back to be exhibitor sort of only at their dog and horse events. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, if it keeps on how it is,
I think they might have already...
With regional Victoria staying 0 cases, it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
I think they might have already cancelled the Sydney Easter show next year.
Yeah, see, those big ones where you get those massive crowds, they're just dead in the water.
You've got a few stories on olives, I see, saying it's a good year for them. And there's a picture of the Cobram Estate Olives co-founder Rob McGavin.
Yes.
Among his Boundary Bend olive groves. I actually know Rob.
Oh,
well, I've met Rob. He's an amazing man. I think they've just listed on the stock exchange.
Yes. So it's not often an Australian, agriculture business goes to the stock exchange. So this was quite interesting. They did it last week. And basically Rob was saying, it's actually a measure to keep them Australian, to go to the Australian Stock Exchange and allow people to buy in and put a bit more cash in their pockets for, he called it a liquidating event. Very, Australian Stock Exchange words there in terms. But and I also asked him what the connection was, because everyone knows it's Cobram Estate, even though they don't have any groves
connection with Cobram.
In Cobram.
Yeah.
And he said it started because they were always Boundary Bend. They always had their trees in Boundary Bend. And they were supplying to Cobram Estate. It was a different family that was running like an olive oil business in Cobram. And, after a while, that family wanted to sell and they bought out Cobram Estate and just became their best known brand. So they ran with it, yeah.
Because I think they're more over the Western districts, aren't they?
Yeah, so... sort of concentrated in that Sunraysia sort of area.
Okay, Sunraysia.
They've also got quite a few trees in California.
Yeah, I think they've got trees in a lot of places.
Yep. And they sell as Coram Estate in the US. So the name's international.
He's an amazing man, actually, Rob. He just, I don't know, he just is a bit of a powerhouse, I think.
Yeah. Great
to see an Australian agricultural business like that going ahead.
Yeah, definitely, making a name for itself.
So look out for that on the supermarket shelves. You're getting a good product that is Australian.
Well, if you
produced.
own shares, you can buy all the their products at discounted prices.
I would hope so. Anything else you need to let us know about?
No, I think we've really hit on it. I mean, there are still a few gems in there, so if you want to pick out the paper and read I'm not spoiling it all for you, but...
No, we can't give it all away, can we?
No.
So that's out today in Shepparton News. I think that maybe it's tomorrow, Numurkah then. Would they be a Wednesday paper?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and certainly tomorrow, Riverine Herald.
Yep.
And remind us where else you can get a copy of Country News with your fantastic stories inside.
Yes, well, Kyabram Free Press, Ural Gazette, Benalla Ensign, I keep forgetting those guys, Cobram Courier, and the list goes on.
Yeah, it does.
Numurkah Leader.
And, of course, up into New South Wales as well.
Yes, so Deniliquin Pastoral Times, Finley is the Southern Riverina Irrigator, yep, and I'm pretty sure Gannawarra Times as well.
You're everywhere, man.
I know, but it is good for us. I mean, we are able to fit in those sort of small town papers and give them a bit of extra sort of oomph, heft to their paper, and it helps out a lot.
And also the sort of issues you're talking about, they're broader issues, aren't they? They don't just apply to Shepparton.
Agriculture by its nature is very regional. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh well, thanks for the good job you and your colleagues are doing to keep the spotlight on our agriculture, because it's such an important part of our region, isn't it?
Yes, very true.
Well, good luck. Have a good week out in the paddocks. You do get out in the paddocks, or you can get out in the paddocks at the moment, can't you?
Yes, media is an essential service, but we've got to be safe about it. But yeah, we are able to get out there.
All right. Well, thanks so much for your time this morning, Danica Hill of the Country News.
Best in-home support experience every day. Our services support people with a wide range of physical, social and intellectual abilities at all stages of life, from childhood right through to a golden age. We are NDIS ready, available 24/7 and operated locally by a local owner. It's what sets Just Better Care apart as one of Australia's leading in-home support providers. Servicing all of rural Victoria, call us on 03 587 32034 and learn how Just Better Care can help you.
Hi, this is Ewan from Shepparton Volkswagen, your proud 1FM partner. Here at Shepparton Volkswagen, we pride ourselves on providing the absolute best possible service to all of our customers in sales, service and parts. I guarantee you'll be happy with our service. We've got amazing deals on the full Volkswagen passenger and commercial range, which all come with 5 years unlimited kilometre warranty. Waiting lists are long, so don't leave it till the last minute. You'll find us at 325 Midland Highway, Shepparton, LNCT 9883.
1FM sponsor.
The local property market is hot and there has never been a better time to sell. Are you thinking of selling, or maybe you're just curious about what your home is worth in today's market? Your Sold Real Estate has many qualified buyers looking for properties across the Goulburn Valley in all price ranges right now. At Your Sold Real Estate, you can expect a fresh, reliable, old-fashioned and proactive approach when it comes to selling your property. Put the billy on and we will be around for a cuppa and a chat. Call today 5831 6633 or visit our website at yoursoldrealestate.com.au. You'll be sold by our service.
Station sponsor.
Our Goulburn Valley is currently experiencing one of the worst mice plagues in recent history. And with the cold months upon us, these mice and rats are heading for the warmth of our houses, sheds and cars. They want to chew everything from food to electrical wires, not to mention the smell and disease they can bring with them. So now is the time to be proactive and call Jason's Pest Control. We have tamper-proof bait stations that use special baits which kill mice and rats but will not harm your pets. So stop mice dead. Call Jason's Pest Control. 1800 599 699.
1FM sponsor.
This is John Painter
and Trevor Franklin from
Sport and Road.
Central Tyre Service are your local Goodyear tyre and automotive specialists.
With on-farm tyre servicing,
computerised wheel alignment and balancing,
complete front end and brake repairs,
and a full range of Exide batteries,
there's not a lot the friendly staff at Central Tyre Service can't do.
Servicing the Goulburn Valley region since 1952,
Central Tyre Service can be found at 117 Wellsford Street, Shepparton.
Phone 5821 9555.
Proud sponsors of 1FM.
You've been listening to a 1FM podcast.